Hello again. It's been quite some time since I've done a video. hope hope it goes well. And I don't exactly recall the last topic we talked about, or I talked about. But I had in the back of my mind the idea of speaking in the next episode. I think this is the 7th one. Of speaking about purpose and meaning, because I feel it's something that's very lacking in the general day-to-day life of normal people. Purpose and meaning. It's very lacking because people have forgotten the spark of divinity in the world. It's what I think is the basis of that. When there is no divine, there is no reason, no greater beauty. So, what is purpose and what is meaning? Purpose is what drives you into growth. Purpose is the final station that you are traveling to. When you get on the bus, you have a purpose of being on the bus. The purpose is to reach the destination where you are leaving the bus. Now, purpose isn't something that you should have as a rigid objective. I think purpose is something that grows as you grow. And for a purpose to make sense and a purpose to be good, it has to give you meaning. It has to give meaning to your life. Now, the way I just phrased it kind of assumes that a life is meaningless without purpose, but there's a good point to be made about that. People believe that life really doesn't have a meaning. People believe that things just occur for no particular reason, with no particular point to them. People believe there is no meaning in the things that happen to them. Now, as you might have guessed from previous episodes, I don't believe that, even though in moments of discouragement those thoughts come back. I do not believe that. I believe that everything is meaningful. Even this ride I'm taking right now, even this ride has much more meaning than a simple ride. There is a symbolism that permeates the world, that permeates every action. There is a sense to everything. Now, I don't know if I can actually explain it. It is something that didn't come to me easily. It actually took quite a bit of suffering to reach this point. To know that, or to believe that, even the trees aren't grown in arbitrary ways. That truly there is nothing arbitrary even about the random. Now that, of course, is something I'm not constantly analyzing, otherwise I'd go insane, you know? Like counting every single mile of my trip, or observing every single color, or seeing every pattern in the licensing plates of every car that I pass by, or the expression of some people's faces, or even the superficial identity of the people, and just make out of it a complete symbolic map. To do that would be insanity. But I do believe there is a sense to all of it. That every single person has its own agency, but in their individual agencies, they cross paths. And such crossings, I believe, are always meaningful. But I do live life in the same way that most people do. That is, even with all that is meaningful, we only actually acknowledge the things that seem to mean more, to be more relevant. I mean, that is how I met my girlfriend. In the middle of the crowd, believing, as I believe, that every single person had a meaning to be there, had a purpose to be there, you know. That person that became my girlfriend was more meaningful than any of the other people at that moment. And I felt it. And that is a sense that I'm never exactly sure that one should follow. It's difficult to say that. It's difficult to say that one should try to follow what one believes to be the meaningful. Because sometimes it's just a mistake. And it's difficult to truly differentiate. I mean, it's still meaningful if it is a mistake. It doesn't lose its meaning just because it's negative, just because it brings about suffering. I don't know, this belief is crystallized in my heart. And sometimes I look at the world and truly feel it deep down. How everything in its simple existence is more than just a thing. Like they live. like they have a story. What? They have a story. They have a purpose. They have a path. And it's far more than just the living that have that. It's far more than just the conscious that seem to have that. And at the same time, it's all just rocks and plants, and it seems silly to give them that much importance, but it's easy to think of them, for me, as part of my story. The same way this video might be a part of someone else's story. I realize that I bit off more than I could chew. and that this video, I don't think I can give it a proper ending. I don't think this video can end properly this topic, because it feels incomplete in my soul, like there's still something unanswered, and I can't answer it because I don't even know the question. But to understand symbolism truly is that, is to see the picture as a pattern instead of just a picture. Everyone takes for granted that the earth is below and the sky is above, and it's true. There is no world where that is wrong. There are plenty of abstractions that make the bizarre fully on display. But sometimes that doesn't have any other meaning than being bizarre. Because the earth is more than just what is below, and the sky is more than just what is above. God, I have no idea where I'm going with this. I've trapped myself in this sense of wonder, and I can't get out of it.